Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Shenanaguy Plays Trails of Cold Steel 2. Well, let's see how far we can get in this episode. I wonder if I should just hang out in my room until it's time to go to bed. Resting in your room will cause the main story to advance. I guess I'll turn the radio on.
In finance, the annexation of Crossbell has seen shares in Erebonian companies increase at an exponential rate across the board. And despite the Rhineford Group announcing sweeping changes to its board members, its strong forecast for the next fiscal year is...
It's time for the start of a brand new program here on Radio Trista, coming at you promptly every Sunday. I call it Aubin Time, after the word for evening. Might be a little cliched, but sometimes simple is best, right? Clichés are clichés for a reason, after all. Anyway, my name is Misty, and I'll be your host.
I wonder where Vita is now. I get the feeling she actually enjoyed doing Aubin Time, but it's not like she could have ever kept going after all this. Huh? I wonder who that could be. Hello?
This is you, isn't it, Reen?
No. Exclamation. Elise?
Yes, it's me.
Okay, why is Reen the only voice that is not voiced in this scene? It's weird.
Sorry for calling you like this so late in the evening. I'm not bothering you, am I?
No, not at all. I'm just not used to you calling me. Are you calling from school?
Yes. I wasn't going to, but Her Highness insisted. It'll take some getting used to, but it's nice to be able to hear your voice even when you're so far away.
I was pretty surprised when I heard your voice too. You weren't really one for phone calls back at home either.
I didn't have any specific reason for calling. It was just that the letter you sent about your return from Crossbell arrived today.
Oh, that was fast. I only sent it a couple days ago. I'm sorry it had to be a letter. I really was planning to go pay you a visit, but it didn't work out.
Oh, please don't apologize. I know how busy you must be now. Believe me, I was just happy to hear you were back safe and sound. Your trip must have been exhausting. By the sound of things, you did an excellent job, too. I'm so proud of you, Reen.
Thanks. I didn't do all that much, though, really. Half of what the Imperial Chronicle is reporting is massively overblown.
If you say so.
Is something wrong?
No, not at all. Regardless, now that I've heard your voice, I feel a lot better. So I'll leave you to enjoy the rest of your night now.
Right. Night, Elise. I'll come and see you as soon as I can, okay?
Oh, there's no need for that. Good night, Reen. Sweet dreams.
Huh? She seemed somehow odd. She is a very odd person. Well, she's probably just nervous talking on the phone. It was kind of awkward for me when I started using one too. Tomorrow's going to be my final free day of the year. I guess I should do all my prep work for next week today so I can make the most of it. Title screen! Received! Student Council tasks. March. The race to end all races required. Task: the race to end all races. Client: Angelica. Payment: 3,000 Mira. Term: short. You've been getting pretty good at riding my old bike. Good enough to pique my curiosity. I want to settle once and for all which of us is the better rider, and there's only one way to do that. If you're up to the challenge, come find me in the engineering building. Angelica. Class Warfare. Client: Patrick. Payment: 3,000 Mira. Term: short. Ladies and gentlemen of Class 7, It's time to finally settle which of our classes is superior. Come to the Academy field fully equipped and prepared for defeat. Patrick. Junk wanted. Client, Brandon. Payment 3,000 mirror, term medium. A bunch of students are helping us put on a flea market, but we haven't got as much to sell at our stalls as we'd like. Mind remedying that? Stop by my store and I'll give you the particulars. Please and thank you, Brandon. Let's talk Trista. Client, Michael. Payment 3,000 mirror, term medium. I plan on starting a brand new show here at Radio Trista, but I'm going to need your help to get the first broadcast just right. If you've got time to make radio history, meet me at the Trista radio station. Mike. Angler management. My brother and I are having a fishing battle, but I'm gonna need your help to actually make it happen. So if you get the time, we'll be at the fishing spot in Trista. Kenneth. There's one from the radio station, a request for help with the flea market. These all seem worth doing, and pretty fitting for the last day of the year too. Free day of the year. It's only about 9 in the morning, so I've got plenty of time to work through everything. Let's get to work. Or maybe it is the last day of the year, who knows. About reporting quests. To report quests, speak to Toa at the Student Union building directly. By selecting Report Progress, you can receive rewards for any quest completed. Right. There's a lot of character profiles, once again, that you could go and do. Again, I'm not going to worry about going through all of them, or we are going to be here for literal weeks doing all of it. So, we're going to go ahead and start with the quests. The first one we are going to do is the Junk Wanted. Howdy, Reen. You know, sometimes I feel bad about how much we shopkeepers ask of you. Sorry about that. Seriously, it's no sweat. I actually find it kind of fun. This is the last free day of the year too, so I might as well make the most of it, right? Time sure flies, doesn't it? We really have been doing this for a whole year now. Still, this is no time to be getting all misty-eyed thinking about the past. We've got work to do, so let's get to it. Sounds good. Your request said you needed help with your flea market stall, right? Something about not having as many items to sell as you were hoping for? You got it. The market itself's a joint effort between us merchants and some of the students. But the whole thing's kinda being tossed together on short notice, so people haven't had much time to donate items for our stall. That's a shame. After all the work that's gone into it, I'm sure everyone wants the flea market to be a big hit. But you can't stay open very long if your stall doesn't have much to sell. Hit the nail right on the head there, Reen. So what I want you to do is go around and see if you can find anything for us. Think you can help us out one last time? Yes! How could I say no to that? But, how many items are we talking about here? Well, one more would be appreciated, but 2 would be ideal. More than that, and you'd be my favorite person in Trista. It might not be easy to find anything, though. I mean, as brief as the window was, we did already ask people to donate. I guess most of the people who just had stuff on hand to give us have already done so. I get you. So I'll have to sniff out items that got ignored for whatever reason, probably. I don't even know where to start. I'll see what I can do, though. Thanks, I'm counting on you. Quest Junk Wanted started. So, let's go to the pawn shop. I'm sure the pawn shop has stuff. Whoa! Lumber Blitz is making a comeback. Now that's promising. Good to see you again, Micht. Back in the horse racing saddle again, I see. Don't get smart. But yeah, now that the racetrack's open again, I'm back in my element. I'm really glad I told you kids to go out there and get that war ended. I don't want to live in a world without the spring races. Look, I can tell you ain't happy about the whole hero thing, but just try to make it one step at a time. Take it one step at a time. You can't exactly run away from being the Ashen Chevalier, so you might as well work on dealing with that burden. Yeah, you're right. Valimar's a part of my life now, so it's time I start thinking about what that means for me from here. Good. But don't get started just yet. It's your last free day of the year. You're not gonna want to waste it worrying. Take the day off! I think I might. If anyone in this town has stuff that they can't sell to save their life, It's gonna be Mick. I wouldn't be surprised if he had something to donate for the flea market. Maybe I should ask. Green asked Mick if he had any items that could be sold at the flea market. Kid, I run a pawn shop. Why would I want to donate my stuff to a flea market for free when I could sell it to some sucker here? You raise a good point. And business is booming, I'll have you know. If you want something from me, you're gonna have to give me something in return. See, that's the beauty of capitalism. There's no way there isn't at least one thing he'll never be able to sell. I wonder if there's something I could do to cheer him up and make him feel a little more generous. Man, I can't wait for the spring races to start. I'm gonna have to win big and kick this year off right. Oh good, more irresponsible gambling. Why am I not surprised? Still, that might be a good starting point. Maybe I could try and find something horse-related to give him. Maybe we could. I'm sure Sarah would have an idea. And I'm sure she's still in her room. Or not. I never thought it was possible for this room to get any messier. Until now. I mean, I know she's busy with getting all her work in order before she leaves, but would it really be that much extra effort to get rid of those bottles? Or at least stand them up? She said she was going to be getting ready to move out soon, too. Maybe I should go and remind her. So... somewhere where there's alcohol. That isn't her room. That's the next guess. It is a free day. She probably is drinking it up in the bar. Hey, look at that. What brings you here? Finally built up the courage to ask me to treat you to a drink? Because you know I'd be happy to. When I tell you I'm too young to drink, do you just hear a bunch of static, or is there some other problem? I'm here to tell you that you might want to start getting your room in order. You're going to regret it if you leave it until the last minute and end up panicking over getting everything done. Well, you know... Actually, now that I think about it, I'm sure it'll all work out. I know Sharon would be more than happy to help. No, anything but that. Ugh, fine, you win. I'll get right on it. But you're going to be helping me. This was all your idea. Well, I suppose I've got some time to kill anyway, so sure. Phew, you're a real lifesaver. I didn't think that would wear me out so much. I'll go toss the rest of the garbage out so you can stay in here and rest up. Ah, blessed is the instructor who has capable students, for upon them shall be thrust the bulk of the work. Even if that's what you're thinking, do you have to actually say it right when I'm within earshot? Oh right, let me give you these. You really helped me out today, but don't think of this as a reward. It's just that I've finished them already. So you might as well take them. The last thing I need is a pile of books weighing down my luggage. Received! Carnelia collection! Are you just dumping your old books on me and trying to play it off as generosity, or am I missing something? You wound me, Reen, with how well you know me. Thanks for taking them off my hands. Give them a read. Or don't. Whatever you want. They're yours now. Look at these. They seem like they might be worth selling at the flea market. I guess I found my first thing to sell then. I could just take these over now, but I'm betting I can turn in more things in need of cheap selling than this. Wow. Ah! I just noticed the bonding event icon is filled. Do we have a single bonding event? Interesting. Let's go to the main building. I know where we can find a horse thing. Oh, wait. We gotta talk to... this guy first. You know, the janitor might know where I could find something for the flea market. He might have donated everything he had already, but there's no harm in asking. Reen asked Guyler if he had anything that could be sold at the flea market. Oh, you're looking for items for the market too, are you? Greta already donated everything I had to give. Sorry about that. No worries, I figured as much. With Becky and Hugo as worked up as they are, I'd be shocked if they hadn't asked him a long time ago. But even though I'm out of items, that doesn't mean I'm out of ideas. There was some student who asked me to collect something they didn't need just a while ago. They told me it was pretty hefty though, so I haven't gone and done it yet. But who knows, maybe that's something you could sell at the flea market. Really? Yeah, that could definitely be worth looking into. Who was it? I don't remember the name. All I remember is that they were a second year. They also told me the thing they wanted me to pick up was results of hours and hours of club work, so that might help. Okay, so I'm on the lookout for a second year who's really dedicated to a club. Sure, I can do that. Thanks for the tip, Guyler. Not at all. Just wish I could have been more helpful. Let's see. There's a few clubs that come to mind, but I already know the answer as to which club it is. It's this way, right? Yeah. Can I help you with something, Reen? Oh, it's nothing major. Kyler said there's a second-year student trying to dispose of an unwanted item. Maybe I should ask Clara. Reen asked if they had anything unwanted that could be sold at the flea market. Unwanted items? Yeah, sure. You were the one the janitor meant? But he said it was this big. He said it was this big, heavy thing resulting from many hours of club work. Wait, is it? That's right. What I've been working on this year. It's way too big and heavy to take back with me. Go ahead and do whatever you want with it. But you've spent ages working on it. I'm surprised too. You've always taken such great care with your work. Please, art's value is decided the moment it's finished. There's no point in hoarding all your finished pieces around. Still, it's kind of a shame to just, I don't know, get rid of it. I can see where she's coming from. Hopefully it can find a good home with someone who appreciates its value. It's in the storeroom anyway. Hop to it, Warzel. Sure thing. Received! Lion sculpture. Thank you very much for your contribution. Oh, can it. If you're done, let me get on with my work. I'm trying to concentrate. Sorry about that. And that's 2. That should be plenty. I could always try and find more, though. The stuff I can find, the more stuff I can find, the better. Let's go to the Academy Field. There are horses on the Academy Field. Hey! Haha! Your coat is looking just as marvelous as ever today, Whitcomb. And to think, this is just the beginning of our journey to greatness together. You seem even happier than usual today, Lambert. What's going on? I haven't told you the good news yet, have I? Just the other day, Whitcomb and I entered a horse show in Heimdall. Not only did we get to experience the joy of entering, but we were even awarded a prize. Seeing someone else officially recognize Whitcomb's excellency fills me with glee. Wow, that's quite the achievement. Congratulations to both of you. I can't say I'm terribly surprised, though. Whitcomb really is an amazing horse. Why, thank you. I actually took a group photo of all the prize-winning horses. Please, take it. I have more. Received commemorative photograph. Wow, this is a great picture. And these horses really do look like they deserve to win. You know, I could see if Mick loving a photo like this. Maybe I should show it to him. To the pawn shop! Bam! Bam! Ah, almost did it without getting hung up at all. You again? What do you want? I found something I thought you might be interested in, Mick. Reen handed Mick to the commemorative photograph. Exclamation! Is this a photo from this year's horse show? Man, nothing but top-tier horses here. Especially these two. If they started racing proper, I think they'd really clean up. But now that I've seen them, I can get to know them before they hit the big leagues. There ain't a bet I won't win. Great. I didn't think he was going to like it this much. Ah, fine, you win. Let me see if I've got any junk that might go faster at the damn market than it would here. Give me a minute. Your generosity is awe-inspiring. There. Received papier-mâché machine. Wasn't this from Class 5's event at the Academy Festival? I guess. Don't care. They brought it here and now it's in my way. So if you want to get rid of it for me, that'd be just great. Just don't bring it back. It's yours now. Then why didn't you just give it to me when I first asked you? Oh, who cares? I did what I set out to do. That's the third item. I think I've found more than enough stuff now. Let's get all this stuff to Brandon and see what he has to say. Let's see what he has to trade. Oh, more Zoomian ore shards. We already have all the weapons, so we don't really need that. And curios. Oh, also, this is a great time to sort through all of your items, sell what you don't need for an additional playthrough, purchase what you do need for an additional playthrough, and if you are trying to consolidate the amount of points you have to spend on a new game plus, it pays to sell all of your Sepith and buy as much as you can with your mirror so that you don't have to worry about carrying over mirror or Sepith, and then you can just sell items at the beginning of your next playthrough and get all of your mirror back. Anyway. Deliver items. I've got a ton of items now. More than enough to make him happy, I'm sure. I better hand them in. So, did you manage to scrounge anything up? You bet I did. Reen handed Brandon what he found. Exclamation! Whoa, how do you find all these? Every single one of them's rare, too. We put these out for the customers, we'll come running. Nice work. Our stall's really looking up, and it's all because of you. Much obliged. All I really did was walk around talking to people, and I'm an expert at that by this point. Although it has been a while since I've done it in Trista. No surprises there. You've done this every single free day you've had all year. But even if your free days weren't exactly free, you've saved the bacon of every shop owner in Trista time and time again. So thanks, on behalf of everyone. Here, let me give you some extra stuff today. Don't even try to say no. These are really nice. I won't say no, but are you sure about all this? With all that you've done for me and the people of Trista this past year, I'd say you're more than earned it. But we'll work you even harder next year. I knew there had to be a catch. Completed! AP increased by 1. Jeez, increased by 1. Exchange. Woohoo, that's a lot of mirror. Alright. Was that Alan? It was. The Wind Orchestra is going to be performing at the flea market today, so I'm going to bring Bridget a bite to eat. She's always there to cheer me on at the fencing club, so it's my turn to do the same. I mean, that's what any good boyfriend would do. Yeah, they're a thing now. Next, let's talk Trista. And that is this door right here. Michael, good to see you again. Oh, you're here. Great. It really has been a while, Reen. Last time I saw you, you weren't even famous. What do you say? Want to give Radio Trista an exclusive interview? I'll pass. Besides, at the end of the day, I'm just a student. I don't want to be made into some national hero. Aw, nuts. Fair enough, I guess. It's not what you're here for anyway. You're here to help me out with a new talk show I'm working on for Radio Trista. A new talk show? Finally replacing Abin Time, huh? Gone before its time, truly. I still think of it as a success, though. So I want to take what we learned there and put it all into a new show in the same vein, to establish a talk show genre. See, this new one's got a theme to it. Towns. We'll focus on a different town or city in every broadcast. We're going to try to get the heart of what makes each city we visit great, straight from the locals' mouths. Our first show is going to be a test case, and I'm going to need your help with it. Fine by me. But since you're asking me, I take it this first town you'll be covering is Trista? That's right. Our own backyard. Helps that this place got way more famous after the war. It's going to do wonders for our ratings. New shows live and die on those numbers. So do radio stations, actually. The battle in Heimdall gave us a bit of a boost, but our listenership isn't what it used to be. So now's our chance to win back their hearts and ears for those bastards at the Imperial Chronicle radio. From those, yeah. Should have seen that coming. Unfortunately, we don't have anyone who can replace Misty, which doesn't exactly help matters. But even though we're not ready to air just yet, I want to get a feel for how the show's gonna work as soon as I can. So basically, I want you to go around and get comments from the people of Trista about what makes this town great. Sound like something you can do for me? Not a problem. But do you have any guidelines for me, or should I just go around asking everyone I see why they like this town? I sure do. Why don't we limit it to 5 comments for now? And diversify a little too. One from an elderly, from a kid, from a worker. And given that we're kind of a school town, one from a student and one from a teacher should round things out nicely. Try to get a hardworking first year for the student comment, and someone who won't mess with us for the teacher one. Got it. Sounds like a good mix of people. I'll see what I can do. Thanks. Let me know once you've got all the comments we need. Best of luck. Started the quest. First, let's go to Kirsch's Cafe and Inn. Talking to the right people gives you AP. Old Man Abbott, yes. I do need a comment from an elderly person, and Abbott's nothing if not elderly. Rena explained that he was collecting comments about what makes Trista great for a new radio station show. Comments, you say? I've got my fair share of those. Hopefully I can give you one that works. Fingers crossed. What makes Trista great to me? I'd say it's because this place has a unique sense of vitality. You can see it at key points in the school year like these, too. Being able to share in the major milestones of all these young students' lives brings me a joy that couldn't be found anywhere else. That's an interesting perspective. And I suppose it makes sense coming from an elderly person. I can hardly wait to meet the new students who will be here in just 2 weeks. Oh, I'm rambling now. Was that helpful? Absolutely, thank you very much. How nice to hear. I do hope it ends up in the new show you mentioned. Tune in to Radio Trista, and you will find out. Next is Teasel. Teasel? Teasel. Probably Teasel. That's probably how you say that. That would make sense. I bet Teasel would give me a good comment for the child category. Reen told Teasel he was collecting comments on what makes Trista great for their new radio show. I'd really get my comment read on the new show? Well, in that case, I'll happily give you one. If you wouldn't mind. Let's see here. I think the thing that makes Trista great is its pleasant, relaxing scenery. In spring, you've got the lino flowers. In fall, you have the falling leaves. Each season is beautiful in its own way. It's close to Heimdall, too, so I think everyone should come and look if they get the chance. How did I do? Was that okay? I just knew I was going to mess it up somehow. No, that was perfect. Thank you for sharing. Well, if you say so. Yeah. Next. We'll go speak to Lot. Or Lotte. I feel like it's probably Lot. Well, Lot works here in Trista, obviously. Maybe she'll give me a comment for Michael's new radio show. Reen told Lot he was collecting comments on what makes Trista great for a new radio show. Really? That's an interesting idea. I don't know how useful my opinion will be, but if you want me to, I'm happy to throw my 2 mirror in. By all means. What makes Trista great to me? I'd have to say that it's because we're a town with pride. No matter how many times the people here fall, they always get back up and keep moving forward. They don't let anything stop them from achieving their dreams and keep working hard until they've realized. Everyone has a deep sense of personal pride, and it makes me proud to be able to support people like that. I'm sure the next year will pose us a number of new challenges, but I can say with confidence that we will prevail. I couldn't agree more. Thank you for the comment. Oh, not at all. I hope you can use it. Right. So, to the academy. Staff room. Which is to the right? Yeah, to the right. To the right, to the right, to the left, to the left. One hop this time. And why, pray tell, are you darkening my doorway today? I'm not even in a doorway, bro. I most certainly hope that you aren't here to tell me about some recent spot of trouble you've once again caused. Being completely honest when I say the thought couldn't have been further from my mind. Reen told the vice principal that he was collecting comments about what makes Trista great. Is that the case? Radio Trista certainly has improved its lot in life over the past year. I'm afraid it's of no interest to me, however. They're still not getting the ratings they were before the war, but they're on the right path, I think. They've been doing a lot of work to expand their audience, too. Rumor has it they're starting to broadcast in Crossbell. Double exclamations. Did you say Crossbell? If there's a fraction of a chance that Risha Mal may hear my voice, I can't let this opportunity pass me by. Comments for a new radio show, you said. I have no love for radio as a medium, but it would only be right for the Academy's vice principal to contribute his opinion. Phew, I had nearly forgotten how crazy he was for Risha Mal. Well, Michael wanted a comment from a teacher and a comment from a cajola. Yeah, cajolament. Let's just go with that. Is still a comment. I would like nothing more, sir. Listen well, then. What makes the town of Trista great, you ask? Why, you're standing in it. It's nothing short of the presence of the Academy, founded by the famous Emperor Drykles. Care to elaborate on that? I would love to. This Academy is far more important to this nation than you realize. Countless numbers of men and women have passed through these halls of learning and been enriched by the knowledge they offer. Those men and women then go on to form the very backbone of society. Yes, that does include the men of the Imperial family. To borrow the words of our wondrous founder, this Academy is charged with creating the very foundation of our world. This town may be small, but it has the pride and dignity of one would expect as such a key part of this great nation. I would postulate that it is the very presence of this Academy that allows it to hold its head so high. Wouldn't you agree? It's actually an incredibly sound argument. Emperor Drykle's words resonate even now, clearly. They certainly do. In fact, that's something I hope you keep in mind as you conduct yourself over the next year. I want you to make sure to use your last year here as fruitfully as possible, especially with the way your education tends to be, punctuated with other work. You have me there. Thank you for your comments, sir, and for your advice. And who's the next commentee? Commenter? Commentee. Commenter. Yeah, So if the people I talk to are commentators, whatever, would that make Reen the commentee because they're the one that they're commenting to? Yeah? Right? I don't know. Anyway, let's go to the gymnasium. What? Getting hung up. It's always the little things. Laura, thank you. I still need a student comment for Michael. No, Monica's a hardworking first year. I'm sure her comment would be great. Reen told Monica about Michael's new radio show and his request. Me? Give a comment for a radio show? That's fine, if you think I'm up for it. I'd be happy to help, or at least try. No pressure, just give me your honest opinion, that's all I need. Well then, the best thing about Trista, to me, is how it's full of wonderful people. You've got second years who inspire you, friends and classmates who are just fun to be around. And even outside the academy, the townsfolk are always there to support me whenever I'm feeling blue. I feel like having all these great people around allowed me to grow into the person I am today. I couldn't be happier that I chose to attend this academy and live in Trista. You and I are in the same boat there. It's been an amazing year. It really has. I can't deny that I'm sad to see Laura leave, but I'll try to make next year even more fruitful than this one. Besides, it'll take more than her leaving the academy to put an end to a friendship like ours anyway. That's for sure. Thanks for your comment, Monica. Hopefully you can use it. Great, I have all the comments I need. Time to get back to Michael. Yeah. I might be a little tired. Ah! Ran into Margarita. Apologies. Ah, what's this? What's this? A comment submission for the Radio Trista's new show. With love, the Diva. Interrobang! A comment submission? But the show hasn't even gotten off the ground yet. And the Diva? Nah, there's no way. Well, no matter who it's from, I might as well hand it in with the other comments. Well, look who's back. How'd it go? You get me a bunch of amazing comments? I'd say so. Check them out. Reen gave Michael all the comments. Now that's the stuff. I couldn't have come up with more perfect comments if I wrote them myself. This show's got success written all over it. I knew you were the guy to call. Good job, Reen. Wow. I didn't think you'd be this happy about them. You're making me blush. Oh, and there's a bonus one. It was just on the table over there. Reen showed Michael the letter that he found. What do you mean? It was on the table. I didn't see anything over there. You didn't see the pulsating, shiny redness? You didn't? Wait, could it really be? Well, let's see this mystery letter. What makes Trista great? Towns change every day with the lives of the people who live there. They have this beautiful, ever-shifting sort of charm. Maybe that's what makes them great, though, huh? Sorry. I feel like I'm half-dodging the question. To me, Trista will always be a town of memories, I suppose. That's how I'll always remember it. There may not be any one thing that makes it special. But I look back fondly on the time I spent there. If nothing else, I got to meet a lot of fun people. Speaking of towns, I'm strolling through one right now. I wonder what town streets I'll be walking when we happen to meet again. I look forward to finding out. P.S. Good luck finding a host for your new show. Dots. When we happen to meet again, huh? So she's okay after all. Excuse me? I hadn't heard a word from her since the capital was occupied and the war broke out. Nobody else I talked to had any idea where she was either. For all I knew, she wound up dead in a ditch somewhere. I was really worried about her. Misty, I'm so glad you're alright. But where the hell are you? And what have you been doing? You could have at least told me you were alive. Clearly dropping a letter by isn't too damn hard for you. But no, not a word. Now what's this happy horse shit? Good luck finding a host for your new show. I don't want a new host, I want you! So stop slacking off and get your ass back here. Well, if that's how she wants to be, fine. I'll turn this show into such a sensation that she'll be begging me to take her back. You mark my words, Misty. You're gonna be back. You'll be back whether you like it or not. That was fun. I'm kind of surprised she actually sent us a letter like this, though. I definitely don't trust her after all she's done, but she really must have enjoyed her time there. Here. This has really made me think. Trista really is a wonderful place. Quest! Let's talk Trista completed. AP increased by 1. Received Celestial Balm EX times 3 as a reward. I love how he was just sitting there punching his palm multiple times, just... You know, that was funny. Anyway, on to angler management. This is a fun quest. Hey, Kenneth, and Annabelle too. It's good to see you again, Reen. So you saw a request? I saw it, yeah. I wasn't quite sure what it was actually requesting, though. Mind clearing things up for me? Oh, I guess that makes sense since you've been away from Trista for so long. Where do I start? I'm sorry, this is really all my fault. Come on, you know that's not true. My brother's just being a pain. Question mark? Yep, still lost. I guess I got a few in on a few things, huh? So basically our parents set up an arranged marriage between Annabelle and my brother. Exclamation! Really? That's right. Her family's been harassing her about when she'll actually going to walk down the aisle, though. As you can imagine, she's not exactly thrilled about that. If I may be so bold as to interject, Lady Annabelle was not even informed of this arrangement until after it had been decided and agreed upon. And one would expect, or as one would expect, she was thoroughly shocked when she found out. She even went so far as to run away from home, which in turn had a stark effect on her once elegant personality. I had no idea. Well, I have been gone for nearly a year. I feel as though some of the faults rest on my shoulders as well. Remember in the first game, in Keldic, when we returned the wallet to her and everything? That was like, if you've noticed the transition of her then to her now, she actually has changed a fair bit. As such, should the engagement's cancellation become realizable, how would you say that? Because realize and able... Realizable? Whatever. I will do everything I can to make that happen. It just doesn't sound right. Like, I know it's realizable, but that doesn't sound right. Wait, are you saying it's possible to call all this off? It may be. Obviously, the first thing I did was ask my parents to call things off, but they wouldn't listen. Their only response was, it wouldn't do to insult a man of the Empire for no good reason, whatever that means. So with that escape route closed, I figured I'd try to go to the man himself and see if he'd call things off. My brother, charmer that he is, wasn't having any of that. He gave us a similar line about nobles not going back on their promises, and that was that. I imagine his greatest concern is our respective families' social statuses. The head of the Lake Lord family is only a baron, while my father is a viscount. I get it. He's worried that not going through with the wedding would be an insult to a family of higher status. This kind of stuff makes upper-class society a real pain sometimes. You're telling me. Marriages of status and convenience often take precedence over those of love among the nobility. That much is true. But for my part, I wish for nothing more than Lady Annabelle's happiness, and this arrangement certainly isn't that. So with that in mind, I decided to talk to my brother one more time. Eventually, we managed to reach a very Lake Lord compromise. We'll settle this with an old, noble tradition, the fishing battle. Aha! Now I get it. Fishing battles are split into two parts, right? Obviously, the main event's between the two actual challengers, or captains in this case. But before that, their chosen vice-captains face off. So that means... It took you a while to get there, but you got it. As team captain, I'd like you to fish as my vice-captain. I'd ask Annabelle to compete, but that seems kinda wrong? I don't know. Yeah, conflict of interest? Yeah, I figured as much. You guys have both done a lot for me, so I'd be happy to help, but do you really think I'm up for this? I mean, Annabelle's future's on the line, and I've fished with you enough to quake in my boots when I hear the name Lake Lord. Sure, I caught Ymir's guardian, but I've been out of the fishing game for a while now. I'm feeling pretty rusty. Hey, I'm the last person you need to be humble around. I'm sure my brother's vice captain's gonna be a good fisherman, but I'm sure he won't have anything on you. I'm not going to pressure you into doing it or anything though, so if you want to pass, just pass. Still, what do you say? Let's fish. Why not? Let's get fishing. I don't know if I'm up to snuff, but if you believe in me, maybe I've got this. Thank you so much. You have my humblest thanks for doing this for Lady Annabelle. You definitely got this. Together, we're gonna save Annabelle from this wedding of hers. I know we will. I'm so grateful to the both of you for helping me out like this. Roughly 10 minutes passed. Eventually, Lake Lord III and his vice captain emerged and began making their way towards them. Well, look who it is. It's been a while. Huh. You haven't changed a bit. Still as lively as your bait, I see. How splendificent it is to meet you! And to speak with you again, Kenneth. Good to see you in high spirits, Narcissus. So, what do you say we dive right in? No sense in lollygagging. This spot will do, I suppose. Fish of Trista, rejoice, for I have returned to grace your waters with my line once more. So that's the heir of the Lake Lord family. Definitely seems a lot more noble than you do. No offense. But how's he already familiar with the fishing spots around here? Well, he is a Thor's grad. Oh, right. I guess if he loved fishing as much as you do, then he'd probably know the city from back to front. Lady Annabelle, how simply splendid it is to see you again. I hope that you will be suitably entertained by the spectacle that is about to unfold before you. Thanks. I'm sorry that my selfishness made you come all the way out here. Please, there's no need to apologize. This is entirely the fault of my foolish brother, needlessly complicating things. I swear on my family's name that I will defend our marriage. There's no need to worry your pretty little head. Yeah. So, I surmise that you are Kenneth's vice captain. Who am I? The delightaculator and stylifarious gentleman, Narcissus. Though you might know me by my alias, the Crazy Way. Not only do I hail from the Imperial Fishing Club, led by Lake Lord III, I'm one of its exquisite elite four. Allow me to offer you my most enthusiastic contribularities. Contribularities on being chosen to face me today. May our battle be splendemptuous. I'll do my best to, I think. What a what a commendatorious attitude. Mark my words, young man, you will go far. Do they pay this guy by the word or something? Well, now that we've exchanged our greetings, I'll get right to explaining the rules. The goal of each part of the battle is the same: catching a designated fish. First, the vice captains will compete. The team whose vice captain catches their first fish will enjoy the advantage of starting the second round early. I see. Sounds like a fair battle format to me. Any skilled angler should be able to guide a capable vice captain, after all. The outcome of this battle will determine the fate of your arranged marriage. Are you absolutely certain you wish to proceed with this, Lady Annabelle? I am. I'm prepared to accept the outcome no matter what it may be. If you're sure. In that case, we're going to fish like we never fished before and make sure you're happy. By the way, what will we be catching? Our vice captains will be attempting to catch a noble carp. I assume you were being rhetorical when you asked me what we'd be catching. The giant swordtail is the only acceptable choice. Exclamations! Going after the big guy, huh? You don't mean the one I caught last year, do you? I've heard the rumors myself. A huge 250-reed swordtail who's survived decades of battles. If we caught him, we'd be able to stuff our faces for 2 whole weeks and still have some left over. Oh, Lady Annabelle, please. If you wouldn't mind acting a little more like a lady of the nobility, it would be very much appreciated at this delicate time. No, that's Annabelle. That's the Annabelle I know. Well, like he said, you're going to be catching a noble carp. You can use all the ground bait you like, but I don't know how much you have on you. Here, take some of mine. Ground bait times 5. Thanks, these will really come in handy. You can leave the area before you catch your fish, but we'll be in trouble if they catch theirs first, so don't wander off. Nah, no sightseeing tours for me. I guess I should get started. Good luck, Green. We will be quietly and respectfully cheering you on. I see you've complimented your preparations. Well then, let the battle commence. May the best man win. Vice captains, assume your positions. And begin. Round 1, Vice Captain Battle. Control Reen and catch the noble carp.
Now that's a catch.
Or arowana. That is not a noble carp. That's not a noble carp.
Now that's a catch.
Ah, that's a noble carp. Noise.
Whoa, this is a big one.
Noble carp. Noble carp gave Cure Balm. HP recovered, or see, whatever. I did it. I caught one. Preposterable. Someone finally conquered the crazy wave. Okay. The winner of the Vice Captain battle is Master Reen. Most impressive. You chose your second well, it seems. Well, Thor's has some pretty big fish nowadays, so I figured I'd show a little school spirit, you know? Did you know? I presume you mean to imply that your angling abilities now surpass my own? We'll find out soon enough, won't we? That we shall. Whew. Nice to know I didn't let our side down at least. Not a chance with fishing like that. You made that look like shooting fish in a barrel. That's a little extreme, don't you think? Narcissus is obviously really good at this. I'm sure he'll catch his in a minute. Magnifarious! The embodiment of pristine beauty has come to me at last. Piscine? Whatever. Narcissus caught his fish 3 minutes after your Vice Captain caught his, which means you get a 3-minute head start, Kenneth. Sounds good? I'll get started. Hey, if you don't mind me asking, why do you care about this marriage so much in the first place? I thought you didn't care about anything other than fishing. Maybe when you finally mature, you'll understand. That's helpful. Look, I'm not about to tell you how to live your life. But I'm also not going to let you ruin someone else's either. Kenneth. Oh my. I would ask you to refrain from talking during a sacred battle such as this. Results are the only thing that matter here. I hope you haven't forgotten that. My bad, sorry. Time for me to go land Annabelle the Big One. Dots. My lady, is something wrong? Not really. It's just that he never seemed to have a care in the world, and yet all this time he was thinking about me. Meanwhile, I was only ever thinking about myself. I haven't been showing him the respect he deserves. To him, this battle is a serious affair, and he's fighting with everything he has. But me? To me, it was just some tedious ordeal that I just wanted to have behind me as soon as I could. I'm so ashamed. That's nonsense, my lady. I understand how you feel, but save your apologies for later. Right now, he's over there fighting for you and what he believes in. Fighting for you. Fighting for what he believes in, fighting for you. You're right. I will leave everything to you, Kenneth. I can believe in you, right? Dots. Your 3 minutes are up. It's time for me to finish this, Kenneth. Round 2. Captain Battle. Control Kenneth and catch a giant sword tail. Ooh. Nice. We win! That should wrap things up here. The victor is decided. You did it, Kenneth. Well done, Kenneth. Preposterous. Twaddlecock. This cannot be happening. Dots. It can, and it did. I gave her about my all, and I was still defeated. I have no qualms with accepting the outcome, but... I cannot apologize enough for betraying your trust, Lady Annabelle. However, I believe I have no other choice. I have to request that our engagement be called off. Exclamations! Oh? Are you sure? You seemed dead set on going ahead with it before. Duels such as these put the very honor of nobility on the line. The result has been determined, and I must now follow it. Besides, I believe there is a man far more worthy of your hand than me. Exclamations! Narcissus, we're leaving. Very well. Then we shall make our egressiture. Egressiture. I bid you all a good day. Wait. I just wanted to say that I had fun fishing with you again today. But are you sure you're okay with this? Why would I not be? I gave it my all. I'll leave satisfied. And you say I haven't changed. But what's the plan now? I'm guessing Dad's not going to be too happy about all this. I intend to return to Crossbell and continue my training there. There's a lady there awaiting my return, after all. Is there now? Wonder if that's who I think it is. Well, give my regards to Kaguya, will you? On a related note, you would do well to pay more attention to the world around you. If you don't do something about that personality of yours, Annabelle will... Question mark? No, I suppose it's not my place to say. Regardless, stay diligent in your training. The matter of the wedding may be settled, but our own personal battle rages on. Sure, I'm down to fish anytime. You really are a sly one. I wasn't sure what to make of him at first, but your brother's actually a pretty nice guy, to be honest. Of course, he's my brother after all. Yeah, he's a little stubborn sometimes, but deep down, he's got a heart as big as the ocean. I almost find myself regretting that the marriage was not meant to be. He seemed a rather worthy partner. Yeah, I don't think that's for us to decide, but at least she gets to now. Yeah, good news, right, Annabelle? Well, I mean, Kenneth is very charming, but I mean... Annabelle? Interrobang! Yes, what is it? Just wanted to say I'm excited that we can go back to spending our days fishing together. Oh. Yes, I am as well. My lady, forgive me for assuming, but have you set your eyes on Ket? Absolutely not! Oh, well, one ordeal's over. but it looks like it led straight into another one. Quest! Angler versus Angler completed. Wait, that's not what it was called. It was Angler Management. Hello, Reed Schwarzer speaking. It's Nightheart. You free, Schwarzer? Major Nightheart, what a pleasant surprise. Yes, I suppose I'm free now. What can I help you? How can I help you? Lighten up, Schwarzer. It's not a matter of life and death or anything. But I'm at the Academy on business right now, and I hear you are too. I thought it might be a good time for the two of us to exchange information. Oh, that does make sense. Where are you now, sir? The Faculty Lounge. I'll be here for a while yet, so there's no need to rush yourself. Just come speak to me when you have a moment. See you there. We haven't had a chance to speak with him face to face for a while, have we? It's not urgent, but I definitely don't want to let the opportunity to talk slip through my fingers. Yes, we will run over to the Academy, and we will go see what Major Nightheart wants. But we will do all of that next time on Shenanaguy Plays Trails of Cold Steel 2. Until then, I will see you all then. Goodbye for now.